Hello and welcome back to The Dose. Let's get into another fan question, but before we do, I wanted to apologize to ThorsMaiden. This is actually the question we're going to be answering today from her. My apologies. I promise you that this video was going to be dropping on the 10th, but you guys know we just launched our Destiny Let's Play on the Bro Show. Me and my brother are running that game, and it takes a little bit longer to edit those videos than I imagined, and my brother's actually going to be taking a vacation here in a couple of days, so you know, we're just trying to make sure that he gets enough files over to me so we have enough content to last while he's gone for 2 weeks and that sort of thing. So it's been kind of crunch time, at least it was yesterday, and so I'm finally able to sit down today. Today is the 11th. It's about 8:10. I've been working all day long, and I wanted to make this video. So let's answer your question. So ThorsMaiden was wondering, what is the best capture card? So obviously, guys, if you have a YouTube channel, you're gonna need a capture card. There are workarounds, which I'll get into in this video, but having a capture card is just gonna be the simplest way to be able to make it all happen in terms of getting your video content up. Back when the PS3 and the Xbox 360 were around, I had an AVerMedia capture card. And then when the PS4 dropped, I had to get rid of that one because you guys know the PS4 and the Xbox One do not have that hookup, so you have to use an HDMI cable. So my suggestion for you, ThorsMaiden, because I know you have a PS4, is you're gonna want to go ahead and get a capture card that has an HDMI. It doesn't have to be the one that I'm gonna refer you to in this video, but you're gonna need to get one that has an HDMI hookup just because you're gonna have to have that for these current gen systems. Now, the one that I use is the Elgato. Now, there are a couple of different versions of this. There's the Elgato Game Capture HD, and then there is the Elgato HD60, which will obviously be able to record at 60 frames a second. So if you're running a game like, let's say, a Call of Duty or something like that, that you know runs at 60 frames, then the only way to be able to get that 60 frames translated into your video and up on YouTube is to be able to capture it with a capture card that allows for 60 frames. Remember, you also have to render your video out at 60 frames. That way YouTube can actually run it at 60 frames. It is possible to capture footage at 60 frames and then in your rendering process not render it correctly, and it'll still be 30 frames when it hits YouTube. Now, like I said, the one that I have is just the standard Elgato Game Capture HD. It does not capture in 60 frames. It does have a checkmark box that says allow 60 frames per second, but it never works. So I don't really know why that's even there. But that may be something they're going to try to update in the future, maybe with a patch. Not really sure. Look, let's just be honest. There's not a lot of games that actually run at 60 frames. So I don't know if it's worth the extra couple of bucks to get the 60. I mean, I guess if you had that kind of money laying around and maybe you want to plan for the future or something. But from what we can tell with PS3 and PS4, in terms of this generation, Xbox 360, Xbox One, not many games run at 60 frames. So for me, not necessarily worth the extra money unless you're just, like I said, you got some cash laying around. In terms of how much this thing costs, I think I got mine for $150. I know that you can probably get a used one for maybe like $125, $135. I've seen them go as high new as like maybe $180. So that's just gonna kind of be the ballpark in terms of your price. Definitely worth it though, trust me. It's a must-needed investment if you have a YouTube channel and you're really serious about making YouTube content. Now, on the flip side, if you're just wanting to post videos for your friends to watch or something like that, like my brother has a YouTube channel, he's not really concerned about growing his channel in terms of subscribers. It's just a lot of the Destiny people that he runs with. If he has some good plays in multiplayer or something, they want to check it out. So honestly, for him, it's not really worth it to him to have a capture card to go out and spend that money. Now, I'm actually going to be spending money to get him a capture card because he's doing a lot now with this channel, and we're going to need that for quality. But if it were just him, he wouldn't really need it. So it just depends. If you're serious about putting some time and effort into your YouTube channel, then I would say spend the money. Save up, spend the money, get that capture card. But if you're not too concerned about that, you just want to share some clips with your friends, the PS4 does have that 15-minute share feature that you can use. And if you guys are watching the Bro Show, that's something that my brother and I are using. The only problem is the quality is not that great because it only captures in 720, and then by the time YouTube compresses the file again, it does hit you in terms of the quality, but it'll get your point across, right? If you're just sharing with friends privately or something like that, then that's the way to go. And what me and my brother do is about every 15 minutes, we just do a new file, and then my brother will send me 10 clips at a time, and I'll just splice them all together in my edits. So if you have to do it that way, that's actually not bad at all. I do wish that PS4 would up the limit on how long you can actually capture. I'm not sure too much about Xbox and what they do in terms of capturing videos, guys. I do have an Xbox, but I very rarely use it, so I can't really speak to that. But I know PS4 only allows 15 minutes, and I think that's something that I would like for them to fix. Maybe not in this PlayStation, but maybe in the next iteration of the PlayStation console. I know they're supposed to be doing something called a Neo or something. Maybe we can get it in that, because that would kind of be worth it, right? Another workaround, and I'm just actually finding this out myself, is through Twitch. So what you can do is you can actually link your PlayStation 4 up to your Twitch account, very similar to how you can link it to your YouTube channel. And you link it up to Twitch, and you basically live broadcast, but you send it to Twitch. And of course, when you do that, you can let it go for hours. You're not limited to 15 minutes because you're live streaming to Twitch. And then what you can do is when you're done with your session, let's say you film for an hour and you wanted the entire hour, right? Let's say you're doing a Let's Play and you don't want it to be broken up. You can actually then go onto your actual Twitch channel and then download that file. You see what I'm saying? That hour-long file, and then have it actually on your computer as a video. And then you can take that video, drop it into your editing software, cut it up however you please, and make a video. So there's all kinds of workarounds in terms of quote-unquote captures, in terms of capture cards, you know, getting the video into editing form. But in my opinion, if you're gonna have a YouTube channel and you're serious about it, then the investment, the $125 to $180 or so, is definitely worth it. Trust me, it'll save you headaches down the line, and it'll be a time saver for you too. So hopefully that answers your question. If you guys have any more questions you'd like me to answer, leave them in the comments below. Thank you so much, ThorsMaiden, for understanding why this video did not come out on time. But hopefully you guys are enjoying the Destiny run that me and my brother are putting on. We're having a blast doing that show, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. So hopefully to answer your questions, like I said, leave more questions in the comments below, and I'll try to do some more fan question Q&A type stuff, and we'll see you guys in the next video. You guys be good.